Well, good morning. This is a Georgia Adventure here. It is 10:25. It's pretty cold this morning. It's in the 20s here in Georgia. Well, here in Georgia where I live. Live in northwest Georgia, so pretty chilly. Got a fire going back over there. So wanted to do a couple of, I'm gonna do two separate videos on two vintage old-timer knives. One is a folder and the other one is a fixed blade. I bought the fixed blade for my stepson for Christmas. A little history as far as old-timer when it pertains to me is my dad, my uncles, a lot of the guys that I deer hunted around when I was early. I started hunting when I was about 12 years old, fishing or whatever, probably earlier, but just over the years I noticed what my daddy and my uncles and all the other hunters carried in their pocket. A lot of them carried the old-timer 80T or folders or the sharp finger, and I have a sharp finger inside, and I'm gonna probably eventually do something on it. But so I've always enjoyed the old-timer brand, the vintage ones. The new ones are made in China, so I don't buy them. I like the USA made, and I'll show you how you can tell it's a USA made. So I don't get on eBay a lot, but I do get on there once in a while and just kind of look, scroll around on some knives and stuff. So I was on there a couple weeks ago, and I found one that I'd been wanting, but I'd seen in the past. It's called the old-timer, Schrade old-timer 250T, and this is it. It's a large folder. You can see it's a large folder, and so I looked at this one, and I paid $50 for it, which I thought was a deal because this knife, it's not new, but it's in very, very, very good condition. You can even see the old-timer right there. You can see the old-timer shield. It's in very good condition. It's got two blades. Right here. It's got a skinning blade. Not really sure what they call this blade, but it is a skinning blade. There's a clip point. And this knife, you can see the blade has a few little scratches on it, nothing major, but it doesn't look like it's really ever been sharpened that much. So I ran it through a quick sharpener, and it's just very sharp. And it comes with a leather pouch or leather holster with it. So when it's folded, you just slide it in there, snap it. And the leather holster, I took it, and since I do leather, I burnished it a little more and did put some treatment on it. The leather sheath or holster, whatever you want to call it, pouch, it's in very good shape, very good shape. To be as old as it is, this knife's probably, I think I read where this knife was made between 68, something like that, to 90, 92 or 93. Not don't quote me on that, but anyway, so I've been carrying this thing because I'm old school. And like I said, my daddy and my uncles and just the guys I hung around with, the men that I was around growing up, they carried old-timers or case knives. Carried a lot of old-timers out there skinning deer, processing deer, any kind of game. So, you know, my first knife was an Old Timer 80T my daddy bought me, and I carried it to school. You know, I carried it to school. Back then, you know, I'm probably telling my age a little bit, I'm 61, you know, so back in the 70s in school, you know, especially high school, I didn't carry one in middle school, but in high school, I carried a knife to school. Most of the guys did. Not all, but most. But we didn't have the nonsense going on in school like we have now. So nobody cared. So, you know, the old timers were very popular. So, so far, I mean, this knife, it's got a little weight on it, and you compare it to my Benchmade bug out, but it's got a little weight, but it carries good. It carries good on your belt, and I like the old school stuff. The handle material, if I'm not mistaken, is Delrin. It's called Delrin. It's a synthetic. It reminds me of G10, but it's a type of a plastic or synthetic handle. As you can see, it's got some just some little bitty slight grooves cut in it. Helps with the grip. The knife, it doesn't have any jimping or anything on the blade. No jimping, no, you know, anything like that. It's got a little bit of a finger choil here that you can rest your finger if you want to gut. So I'm going to carry this knife probably pretty regular, especially during turkey season. I'm going to hopefully get to use it to clean a turkey, but I'm going to carry it. Probably the only place I'm not going to carry it is when I go kayak fishing in the ocean. You know, I won't carry it because it's carbon steel, and you know, I wear lightweight shorts that don't take a belt. So, but you know, I will probably carry this knife as long as I have a belt. So, the blade on this thing is from the Boaster. Well, the actual blade length is about 3 3/4. The actual blade length on this one, on this clip point. And this skinning blade is probably pretty close to the same. Let's see, it's 3.5. This one's 3.5. So this kind of looks like a spay blade on a trapper, mini trapper or trapper. But it's got that good belly right here that you can use for skinning. It's got a little bit of a finger choil too, so you can choke up on it right here. So the blade's kind of thin. I looked at the blade and I compared it to my Benchmade bug out. It's about the same thickness. I'm not sure. Let's see. Kind of give you. It's probably about 1/8 of an inch, maybe just a tad thinner than 1/8 of an inch. Good slicer. I've used it. The liners on this thing were not scratched. When I got it, basically all I did was I polished all the nickel, polished the Old Timer logo. I polished the Boasters, and I polished the blades somewhat, and just wiped it down real good. And I put a lanyard on it. I like lanyards, you know. Hate me if you want to, but I like lanyards. I like to be able to grab the lanyard, not lanyard, but lanyard. And I think it adds a little bit of just a nice touch to them. Got a little piece of brass tubing on there, you know. I make wooden beads, homemade wooden beads, so I've got a few in there cut. I'm gonna probably make a wooden bead and take this brass one off and put on there, but I think the brass goes with it pretty good, because you can see it's got the brass liners, nickel plated liners. It's a fairly heavy knife. It's pretty thick. You can see got a little bit of heft to it. The overall length of this knife is about, let's see here, about 9 1/4. The overall length opened is 9 1/4. You can get see, you can get 4 fingers on this thing. My hands are probably medium size. I wear 11.5 ring size. So you can get 4 fingers on this. The closed length of it will be about 5 and almost 5.5, a little bit shy, about 5, probably 5 3/8 pretty much, give or take, is the closed length of this knife. But it's got some good heft to it. I think it's a great knife if you like old school knives like me. You know, I know the flippers and thumb studs and all, like a Benchmade like I have. I have a couple Benchmades. I got a few Civivi folders, and I love carrying those too. They're great knives, especially my Benchmade. I carry my Benchmade bug out all the time, but I'm an old school guy. I love the old school, old timers. And I found this one, and I thought this thing was about as close to being new. It's not new, but it's as close to being pristine, I guess you could say, is a new knife. It's pretty close. It's got a little bit of, you can see a little bit of, a couple little stains on the blade, but that's just probably from the age of it. But it's a good sharp slicer here. You can whittle with it, or you can even do food prep. You know, you can make your fuzz stick. You make your fuzz stick out of it. And I think it would be a good knife to use, you know, if you're camping, a good knife to do food prep with. You know, chop up, you know, your onions, your peppers, or cut your meat, even eating a piece of meat. You know, I think it'd be a good slicer for that, because it's very sharp. I mean, this steel, this is a carbon steel, and I'm not sure what the number of it is. You know, you see a lot of 1095 now, like on the Essie knives, but I'm not sure what type of carbon steel they made back in the day, back when this one was made. But it's good steel, because I've had I had quite a few old timers. I've got a sharp finger in the house in my hunting bag that I carry all the time. So it's a good slicer. I think this blade here will be real good for, like, probably even skinning fish, you know, cleaning fish, or gutting an animal. I'm gonna try it in turkey season. Hopefully I'll take a turkey this year. Didn't do any deer hunting this year. I hadn't deer hunted in a few years. Got a place to go, but I just don't go that much. But I do turkey hunt a lot. I do a lot outdoor. I do hiking, and you know, just mushrooms, and just looking around in the woods. So just get out, you know, do some camping, a lot of camping. So this will probably be the knife I have on me, even with a pair of shorts that's not lightweight, where I wear a belt. So if you've never checked out an old timer knife, for you young guys, get on eBay and check them out. You try one, man, because you can get them pretty reasonably priced. You know, a lot of people don't carry an old school pocket knife. You know, I still carry an old school pocket knife. I enjoy them. You know, I've always had one of them. I've got a case in my pocket right now. And this is my little EDC pocket organizer that I make. And this is, I've been carrying this one for a while. It's a sod buster. Great little knife. So think about it, get you one. Get out and enjoy the outdoors. I'm enjoying it today. I'm off today, so out here by the fire. I love to be outside. It's so peaceful, and it's just so enjoyable to get out, carry a knife, get out in the woods, you know, do some bushcrafting, or, you know, I like to carve, enjoy carving. Matter of fact, after I get through these videos, I'm gonna do a little carving. So get out and do some of that, you know, check that out and see how you like it. Try an old timer knife or a case knife. You might miss out. But God bless you. George Adventure. If you like my channel, subscribe to it, click the bell, and give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Tell me, you know, what kind of old school knives you carry. Even you young guys, you know, it's in your 20s, whatever. If you carry knives, let me know. I like to hear from other people. But God bless you.